Good morning, it's Randy Byrd, and I'm here with the aliens, not because we're rolling back ET from the 80s, but because today we're talking about transfer of title on our Friday knowledge bombs. Transfer of title in real estate, aka alienation. Get it? Alienation. And we're not talking about Raider Nation, although we should be talking about Raider Nation because they're kicking butt. And oh yeah, the 49er game in Seattle, I think they won. No, they didn't win. Sorry, Niners. But anyway, Raiders got that in. I probably alienated 50% of my fans, but it's okay. Haha. Just kidding. So seriously, alienation, transfer of title in real estate. It's good to bring a little fun into it. But, basically every property owner has the absolute right of alienation, aka transfer of title of their property. And there's really two types of alienation as it relates to real estate or transfer of property. One is voluntary, meaning that you voluntarily sell it, gift it, or will it to another. That's a form of alienation. So that's one. The second is involuntary, when the government takes it from you, or the government, the court system basically makes a ruling against your property. So involuntarily removing it from you, taking it and transferring title. Both of those are forms of alienation. And the forms of transfer that are really very popular by the government specifically, we're going to talk about today, is one, patent, meaning a conveyance of title by patent. And when you think of patent, you think of, getting a patent for something where you have rights to it, right? It's basically the same thing. They issue you a patent of conveyance for that particular title from the government entity to the first personal property. Or, a personal owner now rather than the government. And that is called a patent conveyance of title. So it's basically, if you look at any title search and you go back through the chain of title, which is the progression of title transfers all the way to beginning of time, you're going to see the very first one is from the government, United States government, hereby grants and transfers title to ABC Mining Company or, Sierra Pacific Railroad or Randy Byrd or whoever it may be. Right? So that's one, is the patent is issued by the government. Number two is eminent domain. And eminent domain, also called condemnation, right? Condemnation is where the government has the right to your land and they take it from you. And they take it for the betterment of the public use. So basically there's two critical elements that have to happen in condemnation. And that is one, it has to be for public use and for the good of the public at large. And two, it has to have fair compensation. Those two critical elements have to happen for them to take your land. An example of this, and really they can do this for a various of reasons, from streets and highways to parks to airports to widening of roads to sewer projects to government buildings, right? All this has to do with the betterment of the government, because you imagine the first land use that was given to, even if you look at the sections of California, it was given to certain people. And then as the townships grow, they need more government infrastructure. They need highways. They have to go through and take people's land to do that. And that still continues to this day. But if you think of that, say you own a 100-foot wide piece of property and they need to widen the streets from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. They need to take 20 foot of your property. You owned 100. They're going to take 20 and they're going to buy that 20 foot from you at the going rate, typically of the land value, not the improvements and things. So they're going to take 20 foot from you. You're only going to own 80, but they're going to pay you the equitable value of that 20%. This is called an eminent domain when they take it from you, right? Through condemnation. So you now only own 80%, but they're going to write you a check for that 20%. There's a lot of conversation around the value of that 20% because it's really up to them to determine that. But the reality is they're supposed to pay you fair market value for that. And that's a fair market value of future use and future investment increase and so on. So that is why we've got the aliens circling around me today. It's because it's Alienation Day. Pretty cool, huh? And Raider Nation Day. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm really happy to be here with you. It's Randy Byrd. I'm going to check out for now, but just a little kind of Friday nugget for you. I was helping a client with this content, and I thought I'd bring it to you since I really looked it up and figured out what all of it was again after 16 years in real estate. I forgot. So this is just a reminder for all y'all. Okay? Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Randy Byrd, happy Friday.